Hi everyone, welcome back to our breast cancer series. So, in the last video, I told you about how breast cancer is screened. This one, today, we are going to talk about some of the risk factors for breast cancer. Now, I've spoken about risk factors or causes of cancer in general, but today I'll tell you specifically about breast cancer. So what are the things that increase the risk of breast cancer? Now, first of all, being a woman is a risk on its own. Now, this doesn't mean that it only affects women. No, it can actually affect some men. However, it affects women 100 times more than men. Also, increasing age. So the older you get, the higher the risk of you getting breast cancer. The other things I had mentioned in the previous video, that is smoking and alcohol intake. So smoking increases the cancer, actually it increases the risk of any cancer. And alcohol as well. Now for breast, they say that even taking 1 glass of wine or beer per day increases the risk more than those who don't take alcohol at all. So the advice is to stop both completely. Another risk factor is having a family history of breast cancer. What does that mean? That is a first-degree relative, so a mother, a sibling, or a child already increases your risk of getting breast cancer. Even if the family history is that of ovarian cancer, that also puts you at a higher risk of getting breast or ovarian cancer. Now, another thing that can actually increase the risk of breast cancer is night shift work. So for people like myself, doctors, nurses, anyone who does night shifts on a regular basis actually has a higher risk of getting breast cancer as compared to those people who sleep well. So if you don't sleep well, and the more nights you spend awake, the higher the risk of getting breast cancer. So it's always best to minimize if you can. Now for people like us, we can't really do that. The night shifts have to be done. So for us, we just pray. Now there are some other things that can actually protect from breast cancer. Some research has shown that if you do these things, your risk of getting breast cancer reduces relative to those people who don't do these things. These two things are breastfeeding and physical activity. So if you deliver a baby, the best thing to do is to breastfeed that baby. It's best for the baby and it's also best for the mother in terms of reducing the risk of breast cancer. And the longer you breastfeed, the better. Now, it doesn't have to be actual breastfeeding. It can also be pumping and giving the baby. So long as that breast milk is being pumped on a regular basis and as in it's coming out of your body, okay? And physical activity, like I said in the previous video, is that it can reduce the risk of getting so many cancers, including breast cancer. If you have any more questions about risk factors for breast cancer, now this, what I've just explained are only a sample of the breast cancer risk factors. It's not everything, it's not exhaustive. If you have any more questions, write them in the comment section and I will reply as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay healthy.